get.
That's
And
the whole
I've got
thing.
like,
Yeah, that's the whole thing about lane dynamics is you're fighting 1v1 against someone. You have to decide when you can last it, when you can't last it, when you can harass them, when you have to stay back. And lane dynamics is how you tell if they're a good player, basically. Lane dynamics is putting everything together, and that's why someone that's really good will like stomp all over anyone that's not as good as them, because like they just understand how to play the lane a lot better. But I'll show you examples and you'll figure it out. Mostly it's just experience, but sometimes people need people to explain like how dynamics work before they really get a hang of it. So what's gonna happen this time is we're gonna go into lane. The minions are gonna come in. This time I'm not gonna attack you whatsoever. Like, you did not attack me last time. This time I'm not gonna attack you whatsoever. I want you to just ignore creeps. Like, don't even bother about like thinking about CSing. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wait till one of your minions get low. And once one of your minions get low and you see me running over to try to last hit it, what I want you to do is just run into me and just start auto attacking me. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna try to last hit anyways, and I'm gonna get hit by like 2 of your auto attacks and like maybe your Q or whatever skill you got. And I'm gonna lose like 100 health. And at this point I can't fight back because I'm already losing, so I have to run away.
To Summoner's Rift.
And then we'll just go from there.
alright.
Okay. So don't even bother just CSing. Just hit me when I go for the CS. Don't go too early though, or else yeah. Just wait till I go to CS it and then start hitting me.
On my way.
And then after that happens, I'm gonna run away, and then I'm gonna come back and try to last hit again. And then this time you just walk in and start auto attacking me again. And I'm gonna be like half health, you're gonna be like full health, and now I can't do anything against you. And then I'll show you how to win your lane from there, basically.
Mix, mix, swirl, mix.
Alright.
Alright. So you're good about what you have to do, right?
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, when you come there, when you come try to get your CS, you want me to harass you.
Yeah, basically, exactly. You want to hit me like maybe like half a second or a second before I hit the creep. Around that time period is when I've already committed to the creep and I can't back off now, and I can't fight you at the same time because I'm already committed to CSing. Getting the timing might be a little tricky if you're new to it, but it's generally how you harass people. You always harass people when they're CSing.
It's nearly time.
So we're just gonna walk back and forth until one of your minions get low. See, now I took a lot of damage, now I have to back off. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in again and you're gonna do the exact same thing.
I hear you.
First blood.
See, and actually that's something that actually happens to a lot of people. You can straight up kill on first blood. Do you see what happened though? Basically the first time I did that I lost 200 health. Like, I lost so much health. And the second I went in again and tried the last hit again, you just straight up killed me.
It's nearly time.
Because I tried the last hit when you had the advantage. And it's basically how you win the lane, is you keep the advantage so they can't last it. And if they try to last it, you just kill them. And like that's how you win. So now you're level 3, I'm level 1.
I feel like a dirt.
And now I'm really behind. So what I want to do when I'm behind is just sit at my tower and farm as much as possible.
On my way.
See, I can't do nothing about that.
Because I'm at my tower, you can't do anything about it.
Shake.
When I'm right here though, now you can do something because I'm not in tower range. You see how much damage I took? Now you're still a level ahead of me, so you can bully me around as long as you're not in tower range. See, I can't do anything. If I try to last hit, I'm just gonna straight up die. So what happens when you're ahead is you don't want to push the lane at all. You want to try to bait them to get some CS that's out of their tower range so they're not safe anymore.
I hear you.
Now what you want to do is just kill those minions and then you just want to go back right about now. Or you can kill this wave and then go back. It's up to you.
On my way.
So I would kill that wave as quick as you can and then go back. And go buy your items. Okay, now go back. Go buy your items.
It's nearly time.
Now is generally when you want to go back because the lane is pushed to my side. You have no more creeps to farm. And you can go back and come back to lane without missing very many creeps.
On my way.
So generally when you want to go back is when the lane is pushed to the other side. That's the optimal time. See, now I can't push all the way to your tower and make you miss minions because it's all the way on my side.
It's nearly time.
So you get to come back to lane and not really miss any minions at all, which is really nice. Now when you come back, you're going to be level 5 and you're going to have way more items than I am. So what you want to do is you want to keep the lane on your side. Just keep it on your side as much as possible, and if I go in for a last hit, you just like use everything on me, just start hitting me because you're really far ahead right now.
This might hurt.
So, you know, I have to back off. Now what you're gonna do right now is you last hit. Don't push the lane whatsoever. Keep it pushing to your side, but keep last hitting. Don't miss a single last hit if you can.
I hear you.
Now what you're gonna notice is I can't last hit at all. I can't even get near you because if I get near you, you're just gonna kill me. So just focus on last hitting as much as possible.
Mix.
That's fine. Just keep trying. That's fine.
I hear you.
See, what you're gonna notice is I can't get any CS at all now. Like, if I get near you, I'm gonna die. And you're free to CS as much as possible because I can't do anything to you. So this is the point where people start really getting ahead of people.
On my way.
Because if you see the CS now, you're at like 30, I'm at like 10. I can't get any CS because like you're just so far ahead of me right now. And this is how you win your lane.
It's nearly time.
Eventually you're gonna get really far ahead of me and I can't do anything about it now. Yeah.
I feel like a dirt for not knowing this before.
Most people don't, that's why it's, I don't know, it just comes with experience and I don't know. Most people don't really know when they're first, unless you're actually trying to actively get better as a player. Generally people don't think about this stuff.
On my way.
See, now I just get like I'm full health and you still killed me. So right now you're 3 kills ahead, you have 40 CS, like you've pretty much won the lane. What you want to do is you want to kill off this wave and then go back. Use the tower up. That's it. So kill off this wave, last hit everything, and then go buy items. Okay, now you're probably wondering why you want me to leave the tower up, or why you want to.
Yeah, I thought like the goal was to like.
How you win League of Legends game is not how far you get, it's how far you put your opponents behind. What's gonna happen if you kill my tower is the minions are just gonna push to my side, and I can still last hit on my side even though like I lost my tower. Like losing a tower sucks, but it's not the biggest deal. Like I can still farm on my side of the map. Like pretty safely because I'm on my side of the map. If you leave the tower up, the tower is gonna kill all those minions. I'm gonna miss all the experience, I'm gonna miss all the gold. And what's gonna happen is, you see the lane right now, it's gonna reset right back in the middle. It's gonna start pushing back to your side again. Now see what happens is, I'm gonna come back to lane. You're still 2 levels ahead of me, you still have way more items than I do. If I try to CS, you're just gonna kill me. Now do you see how I can't do anything now? Like, I can't do anything. You're gonna be 4, 5, 6 times my CS now. This is how you win your lane. If you push down that tower, I could still farm. Right now I cannot farm whatsoever.
It's nearly time.
Oh, I see now.
This is why I very, very, very rarely ever take down a tower, even if I'm really far ahead, because you keep the tower alive and you'll maintain your advantage much easier. Now do you see how big
is there ever a case where it's like
yeah,
they still catch up?
If they catch up, generally it's because their jungler like ganked you and you died and you gave up a kill, and like they kinda caught up. In a 1 vs 1 situation where no one else is involved, they should not catch up if you play it right. There's just no chance for them by themselves to catch up. If they have help from a teammate, then that's when they can maybe catch up. Also another thing, my wave, you wanna keep my minion wave from reaching your tower. So at times you're gonna have like a huge minion wave, and what you want to do is you just want to clear enough minions that it's still gonna push to your side, but so it doesn't push to my side, and so it doesn't push into your tower. It's a little tricky at first, but basically all you need to know is just keep the minion wave enough so that it'll push to your side, but not into your tower. Right now it's pushing a little bit to my side, which is fine.
I hear you.
Because I still can't last hit, so...
On my way.
That's fine, because I still can't do anything. That's basically all I really need to know. Clear that minion wave, and then go buy your items. Keep the tower up. You know, this is a pretty extreme example, since I'm pretty much like not really doing anything against you. But you're 4 kills ahead of me. You're 4 kills ahead of me.
I get it though,
get it,
like
yeah. So you're 4 times my CS. You're 4 kills ahead of me. Like you're really, really far ahead of me right now. Like you're 3 levels ahead of me. And this is how a good player wins their lane.
how do I like, I mean, like as terms of builds go, like do I like, because I know like to win your lane, right, I don't want to just like now just like, oh, underestimate you or anything like that, then you just come back like out of nowhere, you know. I just want like, I want to keep it that way where it's like I'm building defensively, but at the same time like I know my place, you know.
Generally you you generally have a standard build with every hero. Generally, you just follow the build. Sometimes if you're really far ahead, you can just do silly things like just get a Bloodthirster because you wanted to. With Wukong, generally you should have a standard build you're generally following. And, I don't know, if you're ahead, you just follow your build, and you're just gonna have more items than the other person does. And you're just gonna win, because you have more items, you have more levels, you just have more than the other person does. And from there, generally, it doesn't actually really matter what you buy. The one thing you want to do in an actual game is buy wards. Make sure you actually ward up, because one of the ways they catch up is your jungler ganks you, because like you're being aggressive, you're trying to keep them off the creeps, right? But then their jungler ganks you and then you die, and then it's like they kind of caught up. So you want to buy wards as well. Generally a Wriggles and one ward is enough, because you can just put a Wriggles down and then, like, generally you're covered for top lane anyways. But to keep your advantage,
Yeah, I think Wriggles is like the best top lane item.
yeah, keep your advantage, just build normally. Wriggles is really good since you have lifesteal, which means you can tank my minions and lifesteal them at your own turret. So that way you can keep the lane at your turret forever because you have lifesteal. And you have armor from the Wriggles too, so you take less damage. So that's basically very, very short how to win your lane type of deal.
Why don't you make videos about this? Like,
It's
you're
because
a good teacher.
I don't know. I don't know. Once you become a better player, I find these things kind of just come naturally, and I don't know. It's like people don't need me to. Well, I guess people sometimes need me to explain it, but I find generally people don't care unless they actively want to improve their gameplay. Like, people are always wanting to get better at League of Legends, but they're not really willing to, like, actually dedicate themselves to getting better. And I find my tips are only really good for people who are actually dedicated, because that way they'll actually take time to try and understand how everything works. The other people, generally, they're just focused on masteries, item builds, what skill orders they should get, and like what summoners. And to me, honestly,
Your turret has been destroyed.
all of that doesn't matter whatsoever. You can honestly do whatever you want regarding those. But if you know how to play your lane, if you know how lane dynamics work, if you know how your matchups work, then you're gonna win the lane regardless. And that's how you tell when they're a good player. And it's very hard to teach that to someone unless they want me to specifically teach them and they're willing to dedicate their time towards that.
On my way.
So I guess that's pretty much a short answer of why I don't do videos. Because very few people would benefit from it. And the people that would benefit from it are already gonna ask me to teach
Your
them
turret
personally
has been
anyways,
destroyed.
like you are now. So
I figured like it was embarrassing losing yesterday, so that's why I was like, I don't know. Like, I lost Lee Sin top where I clearly had the advantage, and it's like I felt like
Your
bad,
inhibitor
like
has been
extreme.
destroyed.
it's fine. You'll learn that most people have no idea how to keep advantage. They don't know how to build an advantage. They don't know how to CS, how to prevent other people from CSing. It's just a normal part of the game. Like, most people actually
Your
don't know
turret
how to
has
do
been
that. Even in
destroyed.
1600 elo, you'll find out a lot of people actually don't know how to do that. And it's just because people don't really care most of the time. They just want to play League just to play League. And
Your turret has been destroyed.
people that get really good are the people that learn things like lane dynamics, and they learn their matchups, so they know exactly how to play in every single matchup with whatever champion they want.
Your turret
And
has
they
been
know how to
destroyed.
build, they know how to harass, they know how to do a lot of stuff. I don't think people give pro players enough credit when they watch their stream and they're always like, I could have done that better, or XX was stupid because he did Y, because even if they make mistakes, their play is just so consistently better than pretty much everyone watching the stream that like the people on the stream only really focus on the most obvious mistakes, like igniting a creep or something. Like people do that, it's a mistake, and people on stream will only focus on that. They don't focus on how well they did during laning, how well they're CSing, because their minds are just not accustomed to that. Like, they personally don't care about that.
Hey, how come you don't stream?
I don't stream because my internet's crap.
Defeat.
That's pretty much it. I would like to stream though.
I mean, I asked you for advice because I never really talked to like a top yolo player or anything like that. I mean, the only person that I have like talked to, I guess like one-on-one, is like a guy named Red Mercy, but that was it. And like he's like, you know, I guess I don't know, you know, just I figured, I was like, wait a minute, like there's this guy on Vent. Now I could have swore I saw like platinum or something. Like maybe he could help me or whatever. I was like,
yeah, if you ever visit the forums, actually, I do a lot of posts in League of Legends where it's pretty much all theory crafting. So basically what I told you about everything about how to win your lane, like I go really in depth on forum posts sometimes, and I even have a post where
I'll read the.
yeah, I don't know if you've read my topic yet, but what was it called? I named it something dumb. It was like Blanket Ninja's tips on being a man in League of Legends or something. Like I basically filled up that thread with just little things like what I told you about how to win your lane. Like I filled up that entire thread. I'll link you to it and you can read through it. But there's some good stuff in there.
I'm looking at it right now. It says, oh yeah, Blanket Ninja's tips and tricks for being a man.
Yeah, that was it. And I'm pretty sure how to harass people is in there. And there's just a lot of little stuff I put in there that's like good things to keep in mind. Because in League of Legends, there's honestly like infinitely many things.
Oh, you have a video? You got videos and everything?
Yeah, I have videos of some stuff. Sometimes I record.
What lane do you play? You say play bot? You play support or AD carry?
Generally, I play both. I used to main support and I used to main AD, so I personally know bottom lane really well. I know what matchups work against what matchups, like how to CS, all that. So bot lane is generally where I prefer to be.
I've always had this question about bot lane. I've always had this one question.
Go for it.
Why do people why do people prefer Janna over Sona now? Before it used to be Sona over Janna, now it's Janna over Sona. Like,
generally,
and even Soraka over Sona. Like, before people used to say Sona was like the best support in the game, but now like Janna is, it's like Sona is just like overlooked now. And it's like so sudden. I don't understand why.
The common support picks bottom are generally due to a couple factors. One is how much competitive play they see. Janna recently has got a lot more competitive play than Sona has. And people like to follow what they see in tournaments. So naturally you're going to see Janna more than Sona. And there's really nothing you can do about that. Like more professional people play Janna than Sona. So more people are just going to play Janna in general. That's one reason. The second reason is Sona got some sizable nerfs a while ago. Her auras at level 1 got reduced by half across like all of them. So instead of like 8 attack damage, she gives you like 4 attack damage now at level 1. Me personally, I didn't think that affected Sona whatsoever. I still think she was as strong as she was before. But people are really sensitive to nerfs. So once a hero gets nerfed, they want to try new heroes. They don't want to play the same hero. And that's one of the reasons people moved away from Sona as well. Now Janna has got a lot of nerfs in the past, probably one of the most nerfs of any champion really. But Janna's still a good champion. She still sees a lot of competitive play, which is why you still see a lot of Janna in just normal games. So the easiest way I can really explain why is because more professional people play Janna than Sona. And that's about it really, because Sona's still really good. She's one of the strongest bottom lane supports. She scales really well. Like, there's really no reason not to pick Sona. Like, she has really good sustain. So she's still really good. There's no reason not to pick Sona.
Alright, and another thing is, what is it like? What does it take to be a support character? Because like, it's come to the point where now people are picking like support, like support Shen, or like, you know, support Heimerdinger, or just something like. I think it's silly. I mean, I can see it working, but I still think it's silly. I'm just saying, what does it take to be a support? They have nothing to bring to the table as far as support goes, like Sona or like Janna, who are like classified as support. So like, I'm just wondering why, like in competitive play, I've even seen like support Nautilus. It's just like, it seems silly to me. I just wonder like, what does it take to be a support?
Generally,
I don't.
Generally, what it takes to be a good support in the traditional sense is characters that traditionally don't scale very well with items. So basically, there's no point if you like farm up on them because they don't really do well with many items anyways. 2, they do really well without any items. That's basically the 2 criteria for being a support. And then, well, I guess the 3rd criteria is that like you have heals and you have shields and speed ups and whatever. But generally, the 3 criteria for traditional supports is 1, even if you farm up on them, they don't really scale well into late game with items. Like, you can get as many items on Alistar as you want, but he's still not really going to be that good with full items. But Alistar is really good even with no items because he's very, very tanky. He has 2 forms of uninterruptible. Like, you can't cleanse it, you can't Merc Tread. Like, you can't do anything to Alistar CC. And the 3rd thing about Alistar is he's really good at like supporting, like actually supporting the AD carry in a lane. He can set up kills.
I agree.
He can tank really well. He has one of the best heals in the game in terms of sustain. So he supports your AD carry and lets him farm up CS really well. Traditional supports generally have all those free characteristics. So like Janna, Soraka, Alistar, like they'll have heals, shields, they support the AD carry. Heroes like blitzcrank, Nautilus, I guess Leona to some sort, more offensive minded supports. Basically their purpose is to provide, I guess, more stronger CC than traditional supports, or they just, you want to use them to win your lane and be super aggressive, or there's a lot of reasons you could go Nautilus support, and I honestly can't really go through all of them because some of them honestly just don't really make sense. But some people just want to play Nautilus support, so they just play Nautilus support. But generally the reason is either because I'm trying to think of a way to put this. I don't know. It's like they're effective as supports is all I can really say. Like they still have a lot of CC. They can still do damage. They can still tank. They can still set up kills really nice, especially heroes like Blitzcrank and Nautilus. Like they're really good at setting up kills. Even though they might not be as good as like Alistar or like Janna or something, like they're still okay supports. So I guess that's why people played them. I can't really give you a better answer, but the reason you see Alistar, Janna, whatever more as support is because they're just more effective generally. But other heroes can be just as effective if they're played well. Like Nautilus, Blitzcrank, Shen, whatever. I think it's just easier to play Janna support and actually support instead of trying to play Shen and trying to support to the same degree. I guess that's really it. It's easier with supports, traditional supports, than it is with all the crazy ones.
No, well, I wanted an argument where it's like, you know, Blitzcrank has the highest amount of CC that the game has to offer, in my opinion at least. I mean, like, but I feel like Nautilus, I'm trying to see if Nautilus has more CC than Blitzcrank. I'm not even sure, because I feel like Nautilus does, in a way. Like, before Nautilus, Blitzcrank had the highest amount of CC that the game had to offer. Now I feel like Nautilus is just overshadows Blitzcrank almost. Like, just, like, completely as far as CC goes.
The difference between Nautilus and Blitz is, Blitz has a much longer range on his pull. And he has basically permanent ghost, which it's good for many reasons, but the biggest reason is because you can hit his overdrive and he'll gain like 30 something% move speed, and he'll just run into your team and pull someone, and you can't run away from that because he basically has ghost on, so you can't outrun Blitzcrank. That's the biggest difference, is he runs really fast and he has really long range on his hook. Nautilus is more instant, like it's really fast. But he can't get into position as good as Blitzcrank can. And he puts out less pressure than Blitzcrank does, because at any point Blitzcrank can just randomly use his overdrive and just hook someone. And they could be like 1,000 or 1,500 range away, and like it'll just catch people off guard. Nautilus can sort of do the same thing, but his range is shorter. He can't run as fast, so he doesn't put out as much pressure. And pressure is a term that you're gonna hear me use a lot if we ever get in depth with a lot of other stuff. But the reason I like Blitzcrank better is because he puts out more pressure, and more pressure means that the enemy has less options, and if they mess up, that means a bigger chance of them being hooked by Blitzcrank. That's generally why Blitzcrank is picked over Nautilus. Nautilus is good for a lot of reasons. Blitz is good for a lot of different reasons. Nautilus is really good at keeping someone once he actually hooks them, because he has a snare, he has a slow. He sells his ultimate to like knock him up again, which is really nice. Blitz just has an easier time catching people, and that's basically the biggest difference.
See, dude, you have so much input into games and you have so much input into League. It's like, do you notice?
I notice, and it's why I honestly sometimes get really frustrated with people, because what seems obvious to me is not obvious to everyone, and I just have to accept that sometimes. But it's sometimes really frustrating to see people mess up really simple things when they really shouldn't. It's like, when someone goes to CS and they take 300 damage, like the way I did, or like the way I
Oh.
showed you. Like I went to CS and I took so much damage, and then I tried to do it again and I just straight up died. That shouldn't be happening. To me, that's obvious. To other people, it's not as obvious, and like I notice. I noticed that I have a lot of knowledge of the game, and it's sometimes
I'm just saying,
it's hard
like,
to keep my ego in check. Sometimes.
it's like, no, it's like, I feel like, like almost as if like you could be so much more, like right now. Not saying that like you're nothing, but as like, I could honestly see you like streaming on a professional LOL team and like, just like, you know, getting money and free stuff off of that, like, not famous, but publicity, yeah. Like, you know, like, and you don't have to be like, I guess, like, talking to a bad guy on vent or whatever. You could be so much more if you really wanted to.
Yeah, that's pretty much my priorities. Don't lie in becoming a professional. I think if I really wanted to be, then I would practice more. I would actually really practice more, and you know, I'd get my elo up, and then I'd start finding professional players to just like hang around and play with. To me though, that isn't a priority for me, and that's honestly the only reason I'm not higher, because I personally, like, I don't care about getting higher elo. I invested a lot of time into like I just wanted to become a better player, and that's honestly like the only reason why I know so much about the game. The way you become better is you just play games, and then when you lose your lane, when you lose games, you just think about it and think about why you lost. And for some people, they just jump to like the easiest thing they can think of, like Katarina got fed in middle and she was really fed, so we lost, and like that's the end of their reasoning. The way you become a better player is you ignore all that and figure out how you personally could have done better. And often what you'll find is when you gave up first blood, when you look at it again, you gave up first blood because you tried to CS, and at a time when you shouldn't have tried to CS because they were putting out so much pressure, and because you made the mistake of going for the CS, like Terra came in and stunned you, and then like their jungler came in and like killed you. It's like little mistakes like that. You have to recognize them first of all, and then you just have to learn from it. And once you do that process, a lot of times, you'll start to understand your lane better. You'll start to understand why you can't CS at a certain point, and you'll be okay with missing CS. Like sometimes it's okay to stand on your side of the lane and miss all the CS. Because if you go in, then you're just gonna die. So your only alternative is to stay there and at least get the experience. And I find that's something a lot of newer players have trouble with. Even if they're really behind, like they still want to see us. They want to get as much gold as possible. But they try and then they die. And then now they're like 3 kills behind. And they lost all the experience because they're dead. Their opponent got all the experience because they're still alive in the lane, they're still farming. So now they come back to lane again, they're 3 kills down, they're like 4 levels behind, and they have no chance of coming back now. As a good player, you want to minimize that chance that you'll be 4 levels behind. It's okay if you die 2 or 3 times, like that's perfectly normal. But good players will die 2 or 3 times, but they'll come back to lane and they'll only be 1 level behind maybe. And they actively work to keep that distance between them and the enemy as close as possible. Because if you let it slip too far, then the enemy is just going to take advantage of it, and you're going to end up too far behind to do anything the rest of that game. And that's how you lose your game, and that's how, on the opposite side, that's how you win your game. It's not how far you are ahead, it's how far your opponent is behind. And that leads into why I always keep power up. Because if you think about it, how far you are ahead is basically how far your opponents are behind. Like, they're the same thing. But once you think about it in terms of how far they're behind instead of how far you're ahead, then you can really push your advantage a lot better than if you thought the other way around. And what's up, Emo? What's up?
Did I always have a 5th page?
A 5th page? I don't.
Rune page.
I didn't buy any rune pages.
Did everyone get a free one?
I don't know. You counter buy it?
I don't think I have enough. That's the thing.
I don't know. I didn't buy it.
Huh. It's weird. Okay, whatever. Cause I'm not missing. At least I don't think I'm missing any IP. So that's what matters.
Man, I need to buy. That's another thing that I probably did. I probably should have about like 4 rune pages by now. Nope. Still got 2. Ridiculous.
2 is fine. I thought I only played with.
Are nice as long as you have standard rune pages that cover you for most of what you'll play. That's good enough, honestly. What's
all I
actually
really
more
got is
important
like
is your mechanics. Your rune pages and everything else are secondary.
Wait,
Yeah,
Henry, can you go check if you have
standard.
If I have
an extra rune page? Let's see if they like gave everyone a free one or something.
check, I guess.